After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. Right side, there's Likely with it. Look at the big man rumble. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Jackson. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, these want to go 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ready? From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. This time, Burrow will look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Here we go.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are back within a couple of the lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down and 1. Burrow looking to pass. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This one into the hands of Aguilar. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Here we go.
This is 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. 2nd down and 3. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. But Dafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. Pushing his way through. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, 48 yards. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about,
oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Kyle Hamilton was there defensively.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give them an 8-point lead here in the 4th.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Burrow connecting with Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Here comes 2nd down.
11.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small.